Hi, my name is Omri Fried and I'm the project manager for the CHLA team during the spring 2020 semester. Today we're going to be doing a full walkthrough of the two VR games we developed in partnership with CHLA. The main title of our game is Breathe Free. The two mini games we created share a common start screen where a technician or adult can set up the game. The first screen that the technician will encounter is a username screen, where they will be able to enter the patient's username for the two games. The username will ensure that the patient's scores are kept in a scoreboard for each game. This scoreboard allows each patient to compete against themselves for a high score, as well as with other individuals playing the same game. Once the username is selected, the technician will determine which game the user will play. If the technician selects Quit, it will return them back to the Oculus Go home screen and they will have to reopen the application and start again. Once back in the home screen, they can re-enter the user's name or select a different username for the patient playing it. Here, for example, we've chosen the name Blue. The technician will then select the game and will be prompted to a parameters screen where they determine the inhale time, exhalation time, and number of cycles for the therapy. These are all adjustable and can be modified based on the therapy cycle the user will undergo. The first game selected is the Space Quest game. The purpose of the Space Quest game is to control a ship using inhalation and exhalation. If the player veers out of their course, they will be guided back to the ship using direction arrows and an out of bounds arrow so they know that they have to go forwards to collect more diamonds. All of the planets and asteroids in the spaceship game are low poly and have a childlike sense, making them more enjoyable for younger children. Additionally, the game uses procedural generation as well as random generation to create a brand new map each time the game is played. This allows for unique maps and for children to enjoy more as they will have random generated maps each game. The first phase of the game is inhalation. The player will need to inhale for the target amount of time set by the technician in order to refuel the ship. The fuel bar next to the ship will show the player how much fuel they've collected. Next, the player will need to exhale in order to propel the ship forwards and collect diamonds. If the player does not inhale fully and refill the fuel bar entirely, they will not be able to reach the furthest diamond and will not be able to collect as many points. Additionally, if the player does not veer out of the way of asteroids and collides with an asteroid, they will lose a diamond and reduce their total score point. If the player is indeed able to collect all fuels and refuel the ship entirely, they must also exhale for the target amount of time in order to collect all the diamonds in the path. This ensures that the player meets the criteria set by the technician on both inhalation and exhalation. The ultimate purpose here is to collect as many diamonds as possible and gain the highest score possible. At the end of the game, a scoreboard will show up and will present this user with their score as well as how they compare to other users and themselves in previous rounds. The two buttons, Home and Retry, will either allow the user to go back to the home screen and choose a new game or create new parameters for the game, or retry the space game with a brand new setting that utilizes the procedural and random generators to create a brand new map for the patient. This will ensure that the patient has a unique experience and does not always follow the same path in outer space. Instead, they will have a unique outer space experience with each game and will constantly compete to get the high score with both themselves and other Space Quest players. Once the user completes the first game, they can give the headset back to the technician who will then enter a new username or the same username and allow the user to play either a new game or Space Quest with brand new parameters. In this case, we've chosen Quest as the username. Here, we see the next game, Fruit World. The technician will once again have to set the parameters for the therapy cycle and can create brand new therapy parameters for this new treatment. If the technician selects to play the game, they will enter Fruit World. However, if they choose to change the game, the parameters are saved for easy adjustments. The second game our team built is Fruit World. This game takes place in a vibrant forest with several different fruit trees. The cycles and target times set up by the technician can easily be seen by the patient on screen, allowing for a clear understanding of the therapy parameters set for this treatment. The purpose of this game is to use inhalation to pick up stones and exhalation to throw the stones. The player will inhale using the spirometer to pick up a stone off the ground and will then exhale via the spirometer to throw the stone at a fruit and knock it down to gain points. The more fruits that the player knocks down, the higher their score will be. However, if the player is unable to inhale for the target amount of time, they will not collect a stone in that cycle. Additionally, if they exhale for less than the target amount of time, they will not be able to knock down the fruit in that cycle and will not gain points. The fruit that they select is determined by their vision and they aim at it by looking at it. Once they've set their aim on the fruit, they can inhale to pick up the stone and exhale to try to knock that fruit down. The game will continue until the player completes all the cycles set for that therapy. The particle effects added to the rocks here allow for a more enjoyable scene for children undergoing this therapy. Additionally, the vibrant colors and upbeat music make this extremely targeted for young children undergoing cystic fibrosis therapy. Once the cycles are complete and the player completes their therapy, a scoreboard similar to that of Space Quest will show up and will show their score as well as other players' scores that have played the game, thus providing a multiplayer aspect to both Fruit World and Space Quest. Overall, we want to give a big thank you to Dr. V, Dr. Zyda, Professor Goetz, Edwin, and the CHLA staff. We hope that these games will be used for CF therapy in the coming future. Thank you very much.
Welcome. This is a 3D reconstruction of one of the many celebrated dioramas found at the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles, California. You can think of dioramas as the virtual reality of the 1930s, when explorers would bring back elements of their exotic adventures to build immersive scenes in museums for the world to see. In this diorama, we find ourselves alongside the great Arctic caribou, more commonly known as reindeer. Caribou flourish in some of the world's harshest environments, including these two males who belong to the alpine tundra, where it is even too cold for trees to grow. Come winter, they will subsist on lichens, a food few other species will eat, before making the long trip north in the spring, foraging for nutritious grasses and shrubs. Round trip, the Arctic caribou will migrate an average of 1,800 miles a year. Surviving in such harsh conditions and the demands of long-distance migration make the caribou an incredibly resilient and tough species. But they are finding themselves under increasing threat by a unique predator. Can you guess which of these two predators is the biggest growing threat to caribou? Wolves or insects? While the caribou are an important food source for wolves, a far smaller hunter is proving to be an even greater danger. An insect known as the botfly will lay its eggs in the caribou's skin, and when the thousands of larvae hatch, the resulting injuries can be severe enough to kill a baby caribou or leave a weakened adult at the mercy of other predators. Migrating to colder weather and higher grounds allows the caribou to escape from these pesky flies, where the frost and snow are effective at keeping them away. That's all changing, however, as climate change is rapidly melting the snow at an increasing pace, leaving the caribou with fewer places to find refuge. Take a look around. The green portion of land is what's known as permafrost, frozen soil. With the advent of climate change and an increasingly warm Earth, the permafrost is thawing at an alarming rate, releasing greenhouse gases previously trapped in the ice for millennia into the atmosphere. The flies are back, and they have the caribou in their sights. With less places for them to migrate, what can they do to escape? Might we be able to do something? Most of us understand that traffic is one of the Earth's leading causes of air pollution. But is it possible that the gases released by melting permafrost can cause more damage to the atmosphere than the cars of a large city? What do you think? Does melting permafrost emit more gas than the traffic of a major city? Yes or no? In fact, the melting permafrost has the potential to emit 26 to 53 times more carbon than the traffic of a major city, such as Los Angeles. Fortunately, there's still time to act. Everyday little things, like shopping with a reusable grocery bag, adopting renewable energy, and reducing your spending on unnecessary items, can make a big impact. We can't give up. The baby caribou hasn't. He's moving north. Welcome to the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County in California. You're standing in one of the museum's famous diorama halls. Dioramas were an early form of virtual reality that helped transport people to habitats all around the world. Today, you get to go behind the glass and see a diorama from the inside. Feeling cold? That's because you're now standing in Alaska with these caribou, also known as reindeer. These animals form tight-knit herds and migrate great distances between winter and summer ranges to find food and keep their young, called calves, safe. Surviving in such harsh conditions and the demands of long-distance migration make the caribou an incredibly tough species. But they are finding themselves under an increasing threat due to climate change. Which predator do scientists think is the fastest growing danger to caribou? Wolves or insects? Correct. While wolves do hunt caribou, a far smaller hunter is likely a faster growing threat. An insect known as the warble fly lays its eggs on caribou. Once hatched, the fly's larvae burrow under the caribou's skin and feast on it from the inside, draining the caribou of energy. This little caribou calf might not survive the winter if he gets attacked. Running to colder areas in the summer is the only way caribou can escape these hungry flies. The cool snow of the tundra seems to keep them away. But climate change is rapidly warming the Arctic, increasing the number of flies, and leaving caribou with fewer places to find refuge. But why should we care about caribou that live thousands of miles away? Take a look around. The green portion of land is what's known as permafrost, frozen soil. It's another reason caribou are losing their safe haven. As climate change warms the Earth, it is thawing permafrost at an alarming rate, releasing carbon previously trapped for millennia back into the atmosphere as a greenhouse gas. This sets off a horrible feedback loop. Melting causes even more melting. What do you think contributes more to global warming? Carbon released from melting permafrost? Or all the traffic in Los Angeles? That's right. You've guessed correctly. In fact, LA pollution is bad, but melting permafrost is actually worse and has the potential to emit up to 53 times more carbon than the traffic of a major city like Los Angeles, causing global warming to rapidly accelerate. This affects all of us, from the Alaskan caribou to the commuter stuck in traffic. But the permafrost hasn't totally melted yet. There's still time to act. Even little changes help if we all do them together. We can keep the Arctic permafrost frozen, ensuring a safe habitat for us and the caribou. We can't give up. This baby caribou hasn't.
Welcome to the final presentation of Crash Team, also known as Competitive Robots Against Superhumans. Our game features a mixed reality gameplay, along with human-robot interactions to enable the best experience for our users. In this video, we will be going over our accomplishments throughout the semester. We hope you enjoy. Previously, during midterm presentation, this is how Seeing Understanding, the method we used to understand the player's environment, worked. Since then, we have developed a calibration starting screen, which does Seeing Understanding behind the loading screen. In this scene, we show how the robot Curie is used in the game as it engages in a battle along with the player against the boss, as well as player dodging bullets, which has remained the same as before, though we have focused on building patterns which force the player to move in particular ways. As for the robot controller, it has also been updated to look more realistic. As shown, we have since updated the boss model from spider to robotic enemies in order to have a consistent theme for the game. When any enemy is too far from the player, pathfinding is used as the method to locate the player to further engage in battle. We have also implemented a shield on Curie, which is the robot, and it gives the player a short respite from bullets as long as they take cover behind Curie. We have implemented a large-scale laser attack on the boss which the player must dodge, and we will show the video right now. Now we take a look at players shooting at boss and mini enemies. One revision we have made is with the player's toolkit. We had too many guns before, and so we toned it down to just 3 guns and a shield now. Now we will show a footage of a battle between the player and the boss. Moreover, we would like to mention that for any laggy part during the course of the video, it is because of HoloLens recording, since there is no lag when it is turned off during the game. As shown in this footage, this is what a player can expect to see when they have successfully defeated the boss. Boss attack patterns have been separated into different phases based on remaining boss health. These phases consist of passive, aggressive, deactivation, and killed by Curie robot. These attack patterns are implemented using an AI approach with behavior trees. Also, when the player finally directs Curie to the boss during its deactivation state, the boss dies and the game ends. Thank you for watching the final presentation by the Crash team. We would like to thank the professors and TAs for an amazing semester, and we hope you have enjoyed our video.
The storyline of a project starts with setting up our own hotspot in a public area, which will disguise as a genuine hotspot of that public place. Once the router has been set up, the attacker will monitor the activity of the victims connected to the hotspot. As and when people come to this public place and are in need of internet, they will try to connect to our network. They will land up on a page, on a login page which we have created. It will ask them to download a file in which there is a username and a password, but in the background it runs a script which establishes a TCP connection between their PC and our server and the attacker's server. So many people come and join the network, and all of them are connected to our server. This is the first tab which shows all the victims. You can go back and forth from any person, any victim to any victim. You can perform actions like taking screenshots or taking pictures. You can also drag the picture and zoom it and move it anywhere so that you can view it correctly. Now this is the second tab which shows the identified victims. So there's a complete list. You can apply filters on their vulnerability score. So the result gets, if you click on a victim from identified page, it will take you to the action UI. From there you can go to the details, where you will find all the details of that particular victim, like personal information, financial information, social media information. You can also see the screenshots or pictures you have taken earlier. So they are all stored. This is how you can go back and forth between the images. Now this is the history page, where all the victims we have already scanned earlier are present. You can again see the information of these victims and check their pictures and videos we have already captured.
Dad,
Yes, dear.
have you ever experienced anything terrifying for you?
Yeah. Once I was caught up in a wildfire at night in the forest for the very first time when I went camping alone. Thankfully, I had my radio and my phone to call.
As of today, we have a rather sad truth to face. The county of Los Angeles sees yet another wildfire, and this time it has struck the Angeles National Forest and is growing soon. If you are camping in the area where the fire is presently spreading, immediately seek help by calling 911 or the Park Services at 202-208-6843.
Thank you for calling us. This is an automated message. We have received your location information, and if you are currently stuck in the area where the fire is spreading, please follow these immediate steps until we reach you. 1. Wrap your face around with a damp cloth. 2. Stay away from the fire. Look around for an area with fewer trees and wait until we get there. We are already on our way and will be there as soon as possible. Until then, stay vigilant, stay calm, and wait near a rocky area. Siga estos pasos inmediatos hasta que estemos allí. 1. Envía tu cara con un pano humido. 2. Manténgase alejado del fuego. Encuentre un área con menos árboles y espere hasta que lleguemos allí. Y estamos en camino y estaremos allí lo antes posible. Hasta entonces, manténgase alerta, mantenga la calma y espere cerca de un área rocosa.
So I see like a prison cell. What do you see on your end? I'm seeing some books, a lamp. Okay. Um, oh, I see a 1 on this book. That might be important. Cool, I can pick up this lamp. Oh. Alright. Well, looks like maybe you can lift this up. Okay, so it looks like there's a 7 under the bed. And in this corner I'm seeing an A. So maybe try A17. What happened? Oh, the guard caught us. Let's try again then. So the password was A17.
Oh, I get to close the panel too.
Interesting. Cool. Do you know what I do now?
I don't know. Just close the panel. Let's see. LS open.
So it seems like if the guard sees the panel open, then he catches you. Got it.
Dude, I got the password.
Nice.
1, 2.
Okay, cool.
Easy peasy.
Open the panel and let's go in.
It's open.
Cool. 1, 2, enter. Woo!
Yay.
Yeah. Alright, let's go on to the next level. Okay. I see a blank room.
I see a bunch of cameras that I can switch between.
Cool. Oh, I can hear something here. Oh! I walked into something. Is there anything you can see?
Laser.
Touch the laser. I guess there's lasers.
We need infrared cameras.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's a way for you to turn them on.
Yep, I got it. I see the lasers.
Nice.
Okay, go all the way to the right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go forward. 2 steps. It's up. Left. It's up. Wait, I need normal. Go forward like 5 steps.
Alright, going forward 5 steps, like you said. Is this about 5 steps?
Yes, go forward another 5. Nice. Wait, stop. Okay, I just made things past a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Now turn, go forward another step.
Uh-huh.
And turn, no, another step.
Yep.
And turn to your left.
Going to my left.
Wait, no, stop, stop, stop.
Okay.
And then go. Okay. Whoa, made it.
Do I stop or keep going? Ah!
So this is.
Okay, I just saw someone.
I see it. I see you move around. Oh, I see the thing you saw.
Cool. Should I go say hi? Hello?
Wait, don't go say hi.
No?
Go die.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yep. Alright, so I gotta sneak past him. Got it.
Okay. This time we got it.
Yeah.
So get close to the edge.
Okay. Tell me when to go. I'll hide behind the corner so they can't see me.
Ooh, actually, yeah.
Are they here yet?
Almost.
Cool. Alright.
Okay, go.
I'm going.
Go to the right.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
You made it. Okay.
Try pausing them. Oh, is he walking towards me?
It's gonna be soon.
Okay. Wait. Dude, I can't do anything here.
Go to the left.
Okay. Pause them right now. Yeah, perfect. Which way am I going? This way?
Yeah, keep going all the way to the end of the corridor.
Okay, you have to pause them soon. Oh my goodness.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Whoa, it looks like I'm outside. I'm still in the prison though. I'm guessing there's more to the game.
Hi, my name is Francesco, and this is Kingdom of Nature, the Ancient Forest. Today we're going to talk about our final gameplay video, and I'm going to walk through the gameplay and show you different parts of the game. So first we're going to start in the main menu. Here players can select different levels, so we will start from level 1. Level 1 is in a forest, and you're going to run into an orc that's looking for apples. You look around and you see that there are many apples, but a lot of them have already been taken, and they've actually been taken by humans. All the easy to reach apples have been taken by them. So the orc will tell you to get more apples, and we kind of tutorialized a highlight to show you kind of what you have to do to kind of get started in the game. Once you've collected the apples that are required, the orc will kind of thank you for that. And it will take you to the second level where you are basically walking back from the forest and you will run into Death, who has been extremely overworked. You can talk to them, but for this playthrough, we will go to the crafting level because level 2 is actually not possible. You cannot complete it unless you have the correct bow, which is a holy bow, which requires the base bow, a gem, and a yellow potion. All the scrolls with the different recipes are on the left side on the weapon rack. And here you can see that we're crafting the holy bow, which will now return on the weapon rack. When you grab the bow, you can now go back to the menu level, and this will allow you to select whichever level you want. So we will be able to go back to level 2 and actually complete it. If you have any other bow, of course, the ghosts that you're supposed to free to help out Death, the arrows will actually go through and they will not hit the ghost because, ghosts are ghosts. So here you learn a little bit more about Death. We kind of worked a little bit with UI to make it a little bit easier to read with this text bubble that kind of floats on top of the NPCs. We also worked on sound here, so if a ghost walks at the gate, there's going to be sort of a scream that tells the player that the ghost actually reached the city and has haunted someone. Once you complete level 2, Death will tell you that the reason why so many people are sick, it's underground, and so you will go into this cave for level 3 where you meet a bandit who's kind of regretting the fact that other bandits are gathering crystals that are polluting the water that you can see kind of around the player. So here you want to scare the bandits away by using the environment. If you try to shoot at them, they will actually say ouch. So, this game it's not about violence. It's all about kind of using the environment around you and using your archery skills to complete the levels. So here, if you have scared properly the correct number of bandits, the bandit will thank you for scaring them away so that they're not polluting the water anymore, and it will take you to level 4. In level 4, the bandits are regretting the fact that they were polluting the waters by getting this very precious diamonds that they really wanted to get. And they realize that they really messed up. So nature is still mad at them and they will throw rocks down from the sky. This level is very fast paced and we wanted to do a lot of polish, but we had a hard time trying to figure out if the rock doesn't fall as fast, it doesn't feel like there's gravity, it feels fake. And so we wanted to keep the gravity, but it just becomes a really, really fast level. So really the way to finish this is to just shoot a lot of rocks or really get the timing of the rock falling down. But you will see me here doing a few mistakes. In VR, you don't really see here, but there are birds that fly onto the point on top of the bandits and kind of drop rocks. Although in this view, the birds were flying a little bit taller. Once you have completed this 4th level, technically the experience is over, and sort of there's a resolution at the end of level 4, and it will take you back to the main level. where you can either replay the levels and try to get lower number of arrows, or you can go to the crafting level. In the crafting level, here you'll be able to craft more bows. Now that you've gathered other materials throughout different levels, you will be able to craft feather bow, a snake bow, and a forest bow as well. Every time you do a cave level, you will get 1 rock, and every time you successfully complete the forest level, you will get 1 gem. And yeah, so this is the final video for Kingdom of Nature. Thank you so much for watching. The team is super excited to be presenting this at the USC Game Expo as well, and it will be available for download on May 12. And thank you so much for watching.
Hi, welcome to Magic Leap Card. We are looking for existing server now. So unlucky. So now you will be the server player.
Now you are in the game. Since this is a 2-person game, you still need to wait for another player to join the game. Well done, there are 2 players now. Let's start it. The first step is to scan your room and place your battlefield. Look around your room and click on your controller bump button to place battlefield in a good place. It seems like a good place for the battle. It's a little bit unlucky. In this game, you are the second player. Now please wait for the first player to choose his first card, and you can choose cards after that. Use your controller to look at the card and click on the bump button to select it. Good choice. After you choose a card, you should choose a hex to place your card. See what it looked like. Continue this process until both you and your opponent have 5 cards in the battlefield. In each turn, your opponent can choose 1 card first and you will choose 1 card after that. You and your opponent will both choose 3 character cards to form your army and 2 terrain card to customize the battlefield. Remember, card combinations will significantly change the game. You choose a fire terrain card. Choosing somewhere to place it will generate a dangerous fire zone. Watch out. Any character walks into the fire will get some health points deducted. You choose a tornado card. It will generate a strong tornado on the map. Any character walks into the tornado will be thrown to somewhere on the map. Well done, now you already have 5 cards on your battlefield. It looks like a very good combination. It's time for the battle. Use your army to destroy your enemy. Here is the rule, in each turn, you can move and attack with each of your characters. Use your bump button to choose one of your characters. Now you can see the green zone, which is the movement range of your character. Use your bump button to move your character. Click on the attack button to use your character to attack. If you want to hold this character, click on idle to let it rest in this turn. Remember, you cannot move your character after its attack. Characters also have special skills. For Brute, he can use defense skill to generate a shield and then reduce damage. Mage can spell an AoE skill and do huge damage. After you finish controlling all your characters, the game will go to your opponent's turn. Your character is moving to the portal. It will be teleported to another portal, which is in the center of the map. Your character is walking into the fire. It is going to lose some health points in the fire. Taking a detour should be a smart choice. Your character is walking into the tornado. It will be thrown to somewhere randomly and lose some HP after landing. When one player defeats all of the opponent's characters, he or she will win this game. Thank you for watching.
Why there's a robot on the ground? That's weird. Wait, what? I became the robot. I have to get out of this place. This seems to be a long hallway. What? What's inside? It scares me. These two lamps must indicate something, but let me move forward first. What is this fog? What is going on with this place? Is this the same hallway I just went through? What's that at the end of the hallway? I'm so scared. Well, it's an infinite loop. How can I get out of this trap? What? That's the ghost. It's coming to me. How can I get away with it? Crap. I will die in this horrifying loop. There was music before I came into this place. Let me try turn this music box on. It worked. I have to keep going. This one is lit. Does it mean I passed current loop?
Hi Alex, I missed the day we just married. Our favorite family activity was sitting together and reading a book. Do you still remember this?
The voice in the telephone told me about herself and a book. It must be a hint for me. Where's the lady? I have to find her and put her on the correct place. Both lamps are lit now. What will happen next? Did I escape?
Congrats. Nightmare slain.
Space Quest is a single-player game which provides an amalgamation of thrill and adventurous gaming experience. The game starts by taking off the spaceship and passing it through the dense volumetric clouds and injecting itself into the space, which is comprised of high-velocity asteroids and enemy spaceship. The game ends by defeating an enemy spaceship in a dogfight chase and acquiring super fuel to return back to the home planet. Welcome to the space journey.
Ozone layer depletion has made the Earth uninhabitable. A new livable planet called Hypatia has been discovered, which is 200 light years away, and the biggest challenge you will face is an enemy spaceship and asteroids. Also, autopilot has been enabled. Have a safe space journey.
This is our spaceship taking off. We encounter the dense volumetric fog.
The enemy spaceship has stolen concentrated dark matter superfuel. Chase it before it flees away.
As we can see, the enemy spaceship has just flew away. We have to chase it down.
Enemy spaceship has entered into Raid planet. Chase it before it's too late. The right-hand side circular holographic interface displays 3 gauges. The left bar shows fuel. The outer right bar shows throttle and the inner right bar shows health. Autopilot disabled. Have a safe flight.
We can see in the cockpit about the incoming asteroid alert, which hit the moon, resulting in spawning of numerous asteroids. We have made the game robust by adding holographic interfaces and different alerts in the cockpit as we move along. We can also see that we have an option of either to shoot the asteroids or to dodge them. There is health bar and the fuel bar on the left side, which keeps the track of health every time we hit the asteroid, and the fuel as we move along. We can also note the distance to the planet popping on the left side as we hit the asteroid and we keep moving. We have also added F mode to make the sound stable and provide spatial sound effect to the missiles and the background music.
You reached the Raid planet. Get ready to encounter the enemy, entering the planet's atmosphere.
The environment inside the planet is hostile. Talking about the hostile, we got a severe hit from the enemy spaceship. The challenge is to chase the enemy spaceship passing through the dense cloud mist and at the same time dodge its attack. The goal is to recover the fuel, which is only possible by destroying the enemy. as we have destroyed the enemy.
Receiving abnormal signal intensity from one of the floating islands. This might be the super fuel. Follow the arrow to locate it.
We need to just follow the arrow to reach the super fuel. As we can see that the planet consists of different floating islands and weird inverted trees.
Press spacebar to collect super fuel. Congrats, you have recovered the concentrated dark matter. The Space Quest mission continues.
Now we'll see that some edge cases that when our health gets depleted and we die from the enemy spaceship. Thus the game is over. Another edge case is when the fuel gets depleted completely while chasing the enemy spaceship. As we can see on the left side, the fuel is getting depleted, and after a certain point the alert is displayed on the cockpit.
Whoa, it's exam time. What's wrong? Forgot to study? Questions too hard? It's a good thing you have the magic cheat sheet. Bribe your fellow students. Look at other people's answers. Distract your meddling teacher. Use the bathroom. Become an A student. Become the exam artist. Available now on Oculus Rift. The University of Southern California does not condone the actions presented in this game.
This is the video walkthrough for the exam artist. I will demonstrate how to create the exam artist. Now I'm just playing around with stuff. I can throw erasers at people, and also I can rotate my borders around to see. Also, this is magic cheat sheet, which is ranked now. I will demonstrate how to use it later. This is a bribe menu. I can choose my classmate for them to distract teacher later in the exam. The exam is not started yet, but you can look around to see which student you want to do so. You can only choose 3 of them. For now, let's start the test, the biology test. Now I'm waiting for teacher to be gone to pull out my first ability, the magic sheet. It will have instruction for you to do. Now I got the instruction to look outside. Now I got C as the answer, so I answer C. Now then, I will demonstrate freezing time while distracting the teacher. Well, after this I will freeze time. 1, 2, yes. The time is frozen and now you can look at others' answer. Yes, now I found the answer. The red girl told to the teacher, as I instructed before, she is distracting the teacher, so you can do anything you want. Now I will demonstrate the meditation skill. Everything's go black and you concentrate on what you studied. This will deduct 1 minute from your time, minus this kind of effect. Then you get an answer Q.
The correct answer is B.
Yeah, I heard the answer is B from the Q. And then I chose B. Now time to do the magic sheet again. The back of teacher has something. It's C. The answer is C. Now I will demonstrate going to the bathroom. Well, sometime in bathroom you don't find the answer. So I will demonstrate again. After this, well, the bathroom get more effective as you pass the time in exam. So if you have like less than 5 minutes left, it's get more powerful. Now you have more chance to get an answer to your unanswered questions. Now I know that number 7 is B. I go to number 7 and answer B. Now I will combine technique. This time I will make the student distract the teacher. And then I use the magic sheet. And then I try to follow the instruction. Look in your desk drawer. Oh, but the student wouldn't distract the teacher for some time. And the teacher had come back. So you have to act innocent. So now I will instead freeze time to look in the desk drawer as magic sheet say. Now it's B. I answer B, and then the time continues. I kinda have some time left, so I use meditation. Yeah, again. So I get an answer.
The correct answer is C.
I get the cue saying that the answer is C, so I answer is C again.
There's no time to go to washroom.
As demonstrated here, I try to press the washroom button, but I can't go there because there isn't enough time left in the test to go to the bathroom. Now I only have to resort to peeking or magic sheet. Now I let another student distract while I peek. I know the answer for the 7 is B. Well, I try to answer everything again. It's nearly the end of the exam, so I have to finish up. Look at the answer, the question have an answer and submit. I will show you what happened if teacher caught you. Well, I will try to start the exam and then do illegal thing immediately in front of teacher. This is a sports test. Now let me just peek to another desk in a bit. Oh no, teacher got me. It's game over. You can't do anything. You won't even get a score. The question you answer will be shown here. This is the end of the video walkthrough. Thank you very much.
In the environment, 4 players stand outside the play space, a transparent space in which proteins can be tossed. Proteins will fall from the sky in front of each player, who can then choose to either push the proteins into the space or wait for it to disappear. The objective is to foster as many protein interactions as possible between constituents that should form a group, and avoid cluttering the play space with single, dangling proteins that do not combine with the others currently in this space. All players are able to see the proteins move in real time and accurately positioned relative to their point of view. The experience is set up to act as a sandbox. Players can exit the game once they are confident in their ability to identify protein groups and interactions. In the environment, 4 players stand outside the play space, a transparent space in which proteins can be tossed. Proteins will fall from the sky in front of each player, who can then choose to either push the proteins into the space or wait for it to disappear. The objective is to foster as many protein interactions as possible between constituents that should form a group, and avoid cluttering the play space with single, dangling proteins that do not combine with the others currently in this space. All players are able to see the proteins move in real time and accurately positioned relative to their point of view. The experience is set up to act as a sandbox. Players can exit the game once they are confident in their ability to identify protein groups and interactions.